What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Cargo, and you might be wondering what I am doing here on this map. Well, it's called iVi, which is pronounced IV, but back to iVi, which stands for Infantry versus Infantry, and it was created by this guy. And I played a couple of games with this so far, and oh my gosh, it is so much fun. Aside from all the haters being like, "What are you guys doing? You need to play this game like it's supposed to be played." I'm like, I'm playing this game how it's going to be enjoyable. Which is Infantry versus Infantry. Now, I don't know whether the guy Gohanabi, whether he was the progenitor of this game mode or whether he stole it from somewhere else. But it doesn't really matter because it's super fun. But as you can see, you get started by having everybody come to the center of the map in a 30-minute game, and you just start creating a wall of spawn beacons and then a bunch of walls in the center. And of course, nobody is killing each other during the first 10 minutes. And then after that, you get into some combat. And so the rules of this game are, you can only use your rifle and your knife. No grenades, no jetpacks, no rocket launchers, no shotties, and most of all, no vehicles, because something that my friends and I have been complaining about, or my clanmates and I have been complaining about, is the fact that in all the games, it all comes down to tanks and StarHawks. And that's all the games ever are, and usually it deteriorates into a situation where where one team is getting stomped by the other team, and the other team has a bunch of people who are in tanks and or StarHawks and are just owning the faces off everybody. So, and there's no real team deathmatch. Sure, there's a team deathmatch mode, but there's no infantry mode. And that's what we wanted. So luckily, we were able to come across this game mode because one of my clan mates knew this guy, apparently. And so yeah, we started doing this. And again, it's a 30-minute game mode, but it takes about 10 minutes to set it all up, all in all. But it's definitely worth it, because you still get 20 minutes out of it, and it's super fun. Now, the only problem with this, obviously, at this point in time, is the fact that you can't actually restrict people from getting in vehicles or doing stupid stuff. There are no rules that make sure that people can't do that kind of thing. Now, we tried to do the best way possible by destroying all the buildings in the base, and then using up all the possible buildings, which is, I forget whether it was 32 or 36 possible buildings per team. But anyways, those are all walls and spawn points, so that people can't just start building starports and tanks in the middle of the game. And people can still go in and destroy the walls, which actually happened a couple of the times, which is really frustrating and annoying because most of them don't have mics, so they can't even hear you. Either that or they just don't listen. But, you know, it kind of restricts them. But it would be awesome if they would create a way for you to actually set the rules of a game. And I feel like that would not be something hard to do, where you restrict how many buildings you can have on a map, which weapons can be used, that kind of stuff. It's just basically some basic on or off options or some lists that you can change. But yeah, so that's the problems with this game mode at this point in time. But oh my gosh, it is so much fun, because sometimes, you know, I'm just tired of getting owned by tanks and people who camp in tanks and StarHawks all day. And I just want to shoot a rifle and knife somebody in the back. And this is a game mode where you can do that. Now, I don't know whether this is going to be like a clan, because the guy who made it had talked about creating a clan specifically for this game mode, so that so people in the clan could get on and start setting up these game modes anytime they want. But I mean, I don't really see the point of that. You could just get some friends together and do this whenever you want. The only thing you'd need is some rules so that the game isn't ruined by people dropping bombs from StarHawks on you. I don't know. The guy who made it got really mad when that happened. I just kind of laughed, just because there's nothing you can do about it. But I guess if this is really what you want to do, it would be kind of frustrating. But feel free to add me if you want to start playing this, because it's something that my clanmates and I really enjoyed. So we won't be doing this all the time, because we'll probably be playing a lot of Capture the Flag like we normally do. But when we just want to screw around, this is an awesome game mode for that. Free of tanks. Well, free of tanks in theory. But yeah, and also, I'm not sure whether the actual guy who started making these game modes will appreciate all your friend requests asking to join his clan, but you know what? He can deal with it, because he's a popular guy and he came up with this great game mode, so he deserves the recognition. So at the very least, if you think this is an awesome idea, make sure you send him a message and be like, hey man, this is a great idea, because the more support we can get behind having options for a game mode like this, where you can turn off certain weapons and vehicles and whatnot, would be awesome, and then we'd be more likely to actually get those patches and changes made to the game. Because, I mean, just think about it this way, it opens up so many more options if you can essentially make specific loadouts, quote-unquote, for different matches. Because they have their kind of preset heavyweight blitzes and stuff like that, but it's not very flexible in the game types and stuff you can do. So yeah, make sure you keep this thread at the top. Make sure you send that guy a message and make it known that these options would be awesome, because, I mean, look at how much fun this is! Who doesn't want this? Haters, that's who. But yeah, anyways, I will be creating more StarHawk videos coming these next few months. The clan I'm in is looking at doing tournaments when they come out, and, you know, this is just a really fun game, so I'll be playing it anyways. But I'll keep you posted. Make sure you check in weekly for new videos. Keep calm and super champion.